Hi, it's Tara Green, and it is December the 4th already. So let's talk about the astrology of the day. So on the 4th, this is set for noon. So the moon will already move into Leo, and that's at 4:53 a.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. So this is set for noon. So there we can see the aspects of the day. Leo moon gives us lots of energy. We're full of heart. We're kind of pumped up. We're proud. We're courageous. We're strong. The moon makes a nice grand trine to Mercury in Sag and Chiron in Aries. So again, we want to be speaking our truth about our fears or our vulnerabilities or feeling like we're a deer staring in the headlights. That's my sense of what's been going on for me actually the last few days. So there's a lot of anxiety coming up, and I feel like it's because Saturn is almost at the very last degree of Capricorn. It's at the 28th, which is virtually the 29th because we always move up once. So the intensity of this critical, it's called an anaretic degree. Saturn has gone through every degree of its own sign since 2018. And then Saturn enters Aquarius first on, what day are we at here? Saturn enters Aquarius on the 16th at 9:04 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, on the 17th at 12:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So between now and then, between the 16th and the 17th, it's going to be very intense. It's like karmic, you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it. It's like the nth degree, the nth degree. So everything that happens between now and then. And of course, there is going to be a very, very powerful, the only solar eclipse of the year, December the 14th. So really, it's going to be an extremely intense time with those planets, Saturn and Jupiter as well, also at the last degree of Capricorn until the 19th. Okay, so expect things to be super intense. It's like the karmic end of the road, or I don't know how else to describe it. It's just everything that we've been going through, you know, Saturn and Pluto and now Jupiter, you know, adding to the COVID, expanding the COVID, you know, it's like this is like the super nth degree. Now, I know there's a lot of optimism and positive energy, and people are saying that everything is going to shift on December 21st, 2020, when Jupiter and Saturn meet. Now, they do enter Aquarius before they have their historic meeting, which is synchronous with it being on the first day of winter in the northern hemisphere here. The sun enters Capricorn. It's one of the four major gateways in the year, and the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction at 0 Aquarius is at 10:21 a.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, 1:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and add 5 hours for Greenwich Mean Time. So that's the beginning of a mini, not the full age of Aquarius, just a mini age of Aquarius, okay? And of course, Jupiter's going to zip through Aquarius over 2021, even entering Pisces, and then Saturn's going to stay in Aquarius until 2023, and Pluto will enter Aquarius in 2023, 2024, and that's when I believe it really will start, because Pluto's going to spend 20 years in Aquarius. Okay, so in the meantime, we want to think about all the lessons that we've learned while Saturn has been in Capricorn in one of its signs that it rules. But we must not forget that Saturn also rules Aquarius. So really, we're going to be under the auspices of Saturn's rule still, but in a different form, in a different element, not earthy, not physical, not real, I mean realistic. Aquarius is still real, but it's of the mind, okay? So it's a conscious, karmic new beginning. You know, remember Saturn moves through every sign every 28, 29 and a half years. So these cycles have repeated before, and of course, Saturn-Pluto meeting on January the 12th, the day after an eclipse as well, created COVID as far as I'm concerned. You know, it was never going to be easy or light when you're dealing with the planets of death and rebirth and limits and obstacles and corporate structures and hierarchies and the old boys club and Pluto, the Lord of Death, and finances and wealth and soul and, you know, all of that stuff. You know, is really, you know, everything is being changed. And then radical change, of course, really comes in, because radical is one of the keywords of Aquarius, right? So Jupiter's there expanding all that. Jupiter in detriment also in Capricorn, you know, moves into a more balanced place. And Jupiter then also rules Pisces. So I'm really looking forward to Jupiter entering Pisces as well. But as we are right now, there's another thing I want to mention here. I'm getting ahead of myself there, giving you the preview. There's an asteroid there called Hygeia. and she is at 15 degrees of Leo. She is the daughter of Asclepius, who was the major father of medicine in ancient Greece, and she, her name, Hygeia, she represents a kind of preventative medicine, cleanliness, sort of like making sure that you can prevent disease. The word hygiene comes in honor of her. We use so many names of ancient gods and goddesses in our daily life, but we don't realize them. So she is there at 15 degrees of Leo, the most powerful degree of Leo. The 15th degrees and the last degrees are the most powerful. And she is squaring Venus and Scorpio there at 16 degrees of Scorpio. Now there's another planet also at around that same degree, and that is Mars at 17 degrees Aries. Mars is trining Hygeia. So again, that would be the sense of rapid spread of, what we've been dealing with here, hygiene and lockdown and frustration, and a lot of people being angry and frustrated because they're tired of being locked down and they want to do what they want to do. That's Mars and Aries. Don't tell me what to do. And the moon's in Sagittarius, so it's also don't fence me in. So Hygeia is also trining the sun over the next couple of days there, and trining the south node. So there's some old ideas, philosophies, deep-rooted karmic ideas of the world, mysticism, philosophy, justice, that are kind of being let go of now and maybe usurped or superseded because of this current COVID-19 hygiene drastic measures thing that we're going through here. Neptune in Pisces, the planet of obfuscation, of things that are not real, of false news, of secrets, mental illness, again, sabotage, self-sabotage, addictions, is also trining Venus there, and in an inconjunct, I believe, to Hygeia. Okay, so there's some interesting aspects going on there. I would say it's actually a wide finger of God between Pluto and Neptune. They're in sextile to each other to Hygeia. Again, the finger of God, it's called, is on Hygeia there in the 6th house in this chart, although it's in Leo. So the heart. Our hearts need to stay open. We need to stay strong. We need to stay courageous. We need to use our own willpower to decide what feels right for us. Okay, now, the goddess Athena has also been in the mix with Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn all year. She's at the 29th anorectic degree already, degree of Capricorn. So she's leading the pack there. Athena was originally a parthenogenesis goddess. The city of Athens is named in her honor. She's a warrior goddess, or she was turned into a warrior goddess, or that was one of her major aspects. All the goddesses of love were also goddesses of war in ancient times, and we're just kind of bringing up and rediscovering that ancient balance. So Athena, I keep thinking about the Parthenon, the big Acropolis in Athens, and so there is a Hygeia, a statue of Hygeia. Actually, I was researching Hygeia early today. One of the maiden porches there, they're called the Caryatids. She is one of them there. So she's Athena Hygeia. So she's like the goddess who goes to war with hygiene. We want to really call her out there. So, whatever you need to clean up your act, and the world definitely needs to have its acts cleaned up these days as well. So if you have planets at these very powerful degrees, last degrees, anorectic degrees of Capricorn or Taurus or Aries squaring, or Cancer or Libra, all the people born in the late 80s, 82, 83 have Jupiter, Saturn there in those latter degrees, and they're getting one hell of a Jupiter, Saturn square, okay? And then, anything at 15 Leo, 15 Aquarius, 15 Scorpio, 16 Scorpio, there for Venus is, and Taurus as well is getting that. And again, that Mars aspect at 17. So those kind of mid-teen degrees, Mars and Aries opposite Libra there, and again, squaring Capricorn and Cancer there as well. So pay attention to your dreams, because I feel like the dream cycle, the dream energies, the dream information has shifted quite a bit. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. Please subscribe to me here on YouTube. Follow my blog at infinitynow.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram too. Blessings to you.